Hi friends, welcome to yet another interesting and informative video on Sun's transit into Aries. Alright, its impact on all 12 ascendants from Aries to Pisces and also on all 12 moon signs. Sun transited into Aries in mid-April this year, and its transit will be there. It will stay in Aries until mid-May. So Sun will remain in Aries for one full month. So what impact there can be because of this transit on your relationship, on your partner, on your marriage, on your career, profession, financial growth, health. So all that we can discuss. We are going to cover in today's video. So let's quickly have a look at the sample chart. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so, and if you want personal consultation, details are there in the video description. Sample chart. Friends, welcome to the sample chart. So here you can see this is the horoscope of a Leo ascendant. Alright, this is the Lagna chart. So where will Sun transit? Okay, in which house for this particular ascendant? So this is a chart of a Leo ascendant. Okay, so now where is the sign of Aries? That's what you have to find out in the horoscope. So in this horoscope you can see that Aries sign is falling in the 9th house. This is the first house, the ascendant, the first house. This is the 7th house of relationship. This is the 9th house of fortune. So in the 9th house the sign of Aries is there. That means for Leo ascendant people who are Leo ascendant, for them Sun will transit into their 9th house, okay, in the sign of Aries. So Sun will be in its exaltation sign in Aries, and it will transit into the 9th house of fortune. So this is what will happen for Leo ascendants. Similarly, if you form a moon chart, okay, so from your moon chart also you can find out where the sign of Aries is falling, and from there also you can calculate that in which house Sun is going to transit into. So friends, now let's get started. Okay friends, let's go to what will happen if Sun will transit in Aries and what results this transit will give to Aries ascendants. If you are an Aries ascendant or Aries moon, okay, then what results you will get. So let's find out. You can also look at it from your moon chart. So yeah, for Aries ascendants or Aries moon, definitely we have to say that the Sun is transiting in Aries in your very first house. Alright, in the very first house, and Sun is Lord of the 5th house. So this is generally considered to be auspicious because the 5th Lord is exalted now in the first house. It's going to be very good, especially for your career, for beginning some new venture, okay, in the professional front. So definitely you should develop your entrepreneurial skills. You should definitely think of some new venture, new project. You should take initiative, have courage, confidence, make use of your knowledge, intuition, skills, and come forward to launch your own business, independent business, whatever it might be. Alright, do something independently, or definitely some positive results you may get pertaining to your career growth, whatever be your career, whether business or job. If you are really focusing on your knowledge, efforts, skills, initiative, then definitely you're going to get good results in your career. Because this transit is going to be very significant because now it can boost your level of self-confidence. Okay, and it can also enable you to move ahead towards new beginnings in career, so that you can redefine your own identity. All right, fifth lord. So by dint of your education, knowledge, your overall life will get impacted in a positive way. So if you're making use of your knowledge, education, your life will be impacted in a positive way. Now, even you may focus a lot on your child. This is possible. Focusing a lot on your child. You may also at this time, definitely fifth lord is transiting, is getting exalted in the first house. So if you have a very deep rooted spiritual connection with a loved one, so if you're in a love relationship and there is a spiritual connection between the two of you, which is based on selfless love, unconditional love, okay, and true love, then definitely that relationship will redefine your life, will impact your life positively. But there must be spiritual connection. Selfless love in the relationship is very important. Now, exalted sun in the first house will cast seventh aspect on the seventh house. So there could be at times ego clashes with your partner, with your life partner or spouse. That is also possible. So all these things about Aries ascendants or Aries moon. Now let's move on to what will happen. Because of sun's transit in Aries, how will Taurus moon or Taurus ascendants get impacted? If you're a Taurus moon or if you are a Taurus ascendant, then definitely sun will transit in its sign of exaltation, Aries, in your 12th house. And sun is the lord of the 4th house in your horoscope. So 4th lord going to 12th house. Loss of mental peace. It's possible. Okay, loss of mental peace. You may also have to go away from your homeland for some time. It's possible. Your mother's health may undergo ups and downs, or there can be your mother may suffer from certain health issues. It's possible. You may get distanced from your mother. That is also possible for some reason. Alright. 4th lord in the 12th house. So, yeah, you may also think of settling down in a foreign land during this time. And if you think that if you're able to go to a foreign land, only then you can find mental peace. So you can be very eager to settle down in a foreign land. If you settle down there, only then you'll be able to find peace. You may think that way. Alright, you may also try to do that. Okay, if the dasha is supporting, then definitely, if other factors in the horoscope are supporting, then you may be able to even go to or travel to a foreign land and find your home there. That's also possible. But yes, for Taurus ascendants, sun is in the 12th house. Sun is in the 12th house. 12th house is ruled by Jupiter naturally. Yes. So if you're moving towards knowledge, if you're moving towards occult practices, spiritual practices, charity, if you try to repay your loan expenditure, some expenditure is happening but you are trying to repay your loan successfully, okay, then you will be able to get mental peace. Alright? But otherwise there could be tension, there could be stress. Alright? So yeah, so because the fourth lord after all in the 12th house, so that means mental anxiety, stress. So be careful, Taurus ascendants, during this period of Sun's transit in Aries into your 12th house. You need to do some meditation. Meditation is very important. Breathing exercise is important. It's very important to remain calm, alright, and patient. So there could be again unwanted expenditure, alright. Maybe you could invest, you could spend money in real estate, it's possible, or in buying certain material possessions like ornaments, jewelry. Maybe you have spent a lot of money in that, it's possible. So yeah, spending money in buying your assets, but be careful about spending too much. So if you engage in unwanted expenditure, then it can cause unnecessary stress, tension. Okay, only if you repay, suppose you're in debt, then you'll have to repay your loan and all. Try to repay, as soon as you can, or with whatever limited resources you have, make use of those resources to repay your loan instead of taking loan further, alright. And do not indulge in unwanted expenditure. Then what will happen, you can be in mental stress and anxiety. So all these things can happen. So meditation is very important for Taurus ascendants. Having faith in the divine, that is important. Connecting with some divine energy, that will give you mental peace and solace. Now let's move on to what will happen if Sun's transits in Aries, and what will happen to Gemini ascendants or Gemini moon. So Sun's transit in Aries, what results? Because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results Gemini people can expect? If you are a Gemini moon or Gemini ascendant, then definitely Sun will transit in its sign of exaltation, Aries, into your 11th house. And Sun is the lord of your 3rd house. So 3rd lord is transiting into 11th house. 3rd lord is in the 11th house. So Sun is your 3rd lord. So now its transit is happening in the 11th house. So it can be a good time for Gemini ascendants or moons, Gemini moons, provided they make efforts, they take initiative by dint of their courage. They have to have the desire to take initiative. They have to be ambitious. They have to make efforts. If they really work hard with self-confidence, then definitely they will gain during this period of Sun's transit in Aries into their 11th house. They will gain because of their efforts, provided they are making efforts along a meaningful direction. Then Gemini people will really benefit from their efforts. Yes. Now they can gain from their younger siblings or friends. That's also possible. Alright. They can gain from social network. They can gain from their connections with people. Okay, maybe even in the neighborhood or even through social media technology. They can gain from their followers. They can gain from their network, all kinds of network, whether social media or whether general network. So they can gain from healthy interactions with people. Okay? So if they make use of their intelligence, if they make use of their skills, then Gemini people can gain. So whatever skills they possess or they want to possess or acquire, they need to acquire and enhance those skills. Whether communication skills, whether any other kind of skills, whether knowledge of technology, or whether it is their thought process, intelligence. So maybe making use of their education so that they can have great ideas, great thoughts, enhancing their intellectual capabilities and skills, and making efforts along a meaningful direction will enable Gemini people to gain during this period of Sun's transit in Aries. So they will gain from their endeavors. Alright? So that is important. Okay? So if they also decide to start some business independently, but they have to know what business they are getting into. If they really know their work and if they start some business, then they can gain from that business also. If they improve their connections with their, with people in their network or circle, then also they can gain from their connections. So all these things about Gemini people, they can gain from maybe teaching jobs, from any kind of work which involves the use of communication skills or any other kind of skills. Okay? Any other kind of artistic skills, creative skills, or intelligence. So if they make use of all of that, they can gain, Gemini people. This is a period during which they can gain from younger siblings and also friends. So they need to maintain good relationship with them and also their neighbors. Now, they may meet someone, okay, and from that association, they may benefit a lot. It's possible. So yeah, all these things. So I have told you which kind of work can enable them to gain, in which kind of endeavors. So maybe if they go into writing, journalism, if they make use of their communication skills or artistic skills like painting, so they can gain from any such endeavor, or technology, or if they get into some networking business. So all these things can be very beneficial for Gemini people. Now let's move on to what will happen to Cancer ascendants or Cancer moon. Because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results will be experienced by Cancer moons or Cancer ascendants? For them, Sun will transit in Aries in its sign of exaltation in the 10th house. Sun's transit is happening in their 10th house in the sign of Aries. And Sun is definitely the Lord of their 2nd house. So Lord of the 2nd house is now moving into the 10th house. This is generally considered to be a good combination. This is a combination also of gaining wealth. That means if they really work hard, if they rely on their knowledge, on their skills, on their creativity, on their original thinking, on their power to take initiative, on their ability to move ahead with diligence and with proper, vision, their ability to move ahead with proper courage, confidence, hard work, structure, then definitely they will be able to gain wealth. But they will have to be very structured, disciplined, and they will have to take initiative, make use of their knowledge, creativity, skills, or intuition. Then they will be able to gain from their career, profession, or work, and they will be able to amass wealth during this period of Sun's transit in Aries, in their 10th house. Because Sun gets directional strength in the 10th house. So if they are hardworking during this period, if they continue with their hard work, they will definitely be able to amass wealth. It's possible. Alright? However, second lord is going to the 10th house. What else? Whatever resources they have accumulated those resources they may utilize those resources, or they may invest it in their career. That is also a possibility. Okay, all right. Some family member or close friend may help them in their career. That is also a possibility. Or because of work, they are focusing so much on work during this period, they may also get a little distanced from their family. That is also possible. All right. So during this period, they will sun is, wherever sun is there, your focus, that is your soul is there. Okay, you get real joy from that. So if you really focus on your work, if you really gain knowledge, make use of your knowledge, creativity, skills and intuition in your work, then you will get a lot of joy from your involvement in work. Your purpose should be to make use of your knowledge or to gain further knowledge through your work. Then you will get true joy from your work. Okay? So, yeah, and see, if you enjoy your work, if you really enjoy your work, then you will also by default end up earning money because of your work. But just earning money shouldn't be the goal. Money is a byproduct and money will come by default if you enjoy your work, whatever be your work. But if you don't derive happiness or joy from what you do, then money may not even come easily to you. So, Cancer people, you need to make use of your resources, even knowledge, education, everything. So whatever knowledge you have, skills, intuition, make use of your knowledge. Apply all that knowledge in your work, and then you will get good returns. So that is what Cancer people have to keep in mind. Alright? So yeah, they definitely can benefit from their work if they have this sort of approach to their work. Yes, that whatever be my work, I have to derive joy out of that. It is my work which gives me, joy, real joy, peace of mind. Whether I'm in the service sector, whether I'm working for some organization, whether I'm doing something independently, whatever be your career path, you are always dealing with people in some way or the other. Alright? Unless you are totally following a path of spirituality, that is an exception. Otherwise, you are always dealing with people. So you have to just be committed to your work. You have to be structured, disciplined, respect your seniors and elders who are associated with your work or workplace. That is also very important. Now let's move on to Leo ascendants or Leo moon. Because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results Leo moon or Leo ascendants can expect? For them, Sun will transit in Aries into their 9th house. Sun is transiting in Aries in its sign of exaltation into your 9th house. And Sun is the Lord of your 1st house. Sun is your ascendant Lord. Ascendant Lord moving into the 9th house. This is generally considered to be a very good combination. So that means if you are focusing on Ascendant Lord in the 9th house, you can be fortunate if you are focusing on gaining knowledge, making use of your creativity, skills or intuition. But you have to definitely remember that you cannot compromise on morality, moral principles. Why? Because Sun is a Sattvic planet. Okay? Sun is a planet which definitely stands for your moral principles and morality. So you should never compromise on your moral principles. You have to follow the path of duty or dharma. You have to be responsible. Okay? And Sun is an exaltation in your 9th house. So that means what? If you're moving towards religious practices, spiritual practices, if you're moving into occult, if you're gaining higher knowledge in the field of occult, if you're trying to gain knowledge regarding any field for that matter, whether it is medical profession, medical science, whether it is being a healer, whether it is being a guide, a spiritual guide, a religious practitioner, but you have to move towards higher knowledge. 9th house, remember. You have to take initiative and you have to move towards gaining higher knowledge with structure, discipline, while maintaining what? While maintaining a life of, a life which is definitely guided by your moral principles. You should not deviate from the path of duty or morality. Then definitely you will get good results. Leo ascendants or Leo moon. Ascendant Lord is actually in now as if it is, your Sun is your ascendant Lord. And that planet is transiting into your 9th house. So it is a time for you to become fortunate also. But there's a condition. You have to move towards gaining knowledge, higher knowledge, making use of your creativity, creative skills, originality. Okay? You have to make use of your intuition, even maybe healing powers. Then you will get very good results. Higher knowledge in any field. It could be psychology, it could be any field of study. Only when you're moving towards higher knowledge, you will get good results and you can become fortunate. But if you compromise on moral principles, if the native takes recourse to deception, cheating, if they adopt shortcuts to get fortunate, then it's not going to help them. Now, Ascendant Lord in the 9th house. So Ascendant Lord, Sun is actually your Ascendant Lord, and that planet is now transiting into your 9th house. So maybe during this period you may have to focus on your father. You need to be very dutiful towards your father. Whatever duties, responsibilities you have towards your family, towards your work, towards your society, community, you have to be dutiful. You have to follow the path of duty and responsibility. Then you will get fortunate. Now let's move on to Virgo ascendants or Virgo moon. Now, because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results you can expect if you are a Virgo moon or Virgo ascendant? For you, Sun will transit into Aries, which is its sign of exaltation, in the 8th house. Sun will transit into the 8th house. And in your horoscope, Sun is the Lord of the 12th house. 12th Lord is moving into, in a way, 12th Lord. Sun is your 12th Lord, and it is now in transit. It is coming to your 8th house. So it is almost a creation of Viparit Raja Yoga. Yes. So some problem may come up, whether health problem or monetary problem or maybe you are going to suffer some loss, either loss of health or loss of money or loss of mental peace, whatever, and you can be somehow saved from that loss, because it is also, remember, Viparit Raj Yoga like situation. Okay, so you will be saved and you will not know, this can definitely happen. So, but yes, it is not that this will happen very easily. Definitely you may also have to undergo some turmoil. There could be some psychological turmoil within you. Maybe you will have to undergo there'll be stress, anxiety, whatever initially, but finally during this period of Sun's transit in Aries, for Virgo moon or Virgo ascendants, something will happen which will save them from some loss, some greater loss or pain. So they will be saved from that, and that is by grace of the divine. By divine grace you will be saved. Okay, so you will get the results of Viparit Raja Yoga, Virgo ascendants or Virgo moon, again if you are following a path of morality, if you do not compromise on your moral principles. That is, when you lead a life of morality, when you follow the path of dharma, that strengthens your ascendant lord, no matter where it is placed and how it is placed in your horoscope. Your ascendant lord gets strengthened. Your moon definitely gets strengthened, and you will get good results. And you will get the results of this Viparit Raja Yoga because of Sun's transit. Sun is the lord of your 12th house, transiting into 8th house. But nevertheless, Virgo ascendants or Virgo moon, what else you have to keep in mind? If you were thinking of moving to some foreign land, traveling to some foreign land or something, then you should, for the time being, you should not think of traveling to foreign lands. Alright? So maybe you should postpone your travel for the time being. Alright? What else? You can be saved from unwanted expenditure of money, energy, resources, everything. You can be saved. Okay? So if you are spending your energy in the occult, in learning the occult, in delving deep into the occult sciences or psychology or research work, research investigation, technology, manufacturing work or business, underground mining, okay, or psychology, or maybe chartered accountancy, investment sector work, or investment business, audit work, so, or medical profession, law, profession of law. So all these professions. So if your energy is getting spent in any of these fields of work, you can get good results. If you are somebody who's into coding, into language, if you're a language expert, if you're doing some research in the field of language, or if you're doing any kind of research investigation for that matter, and so any of these fields of work, if you're spending your energy in that, then definitely it's going to be good for you. It will reduce your anxiety, stress. That's possible. Alright? So yeah. So spending energy. Why? Because 12th Lord, no? So 12th Lord is the planet which shows where you're spending your energy. So you're spending your energy now in the 8th house in a positive way. Because 8th house is connected to all these fields of work which I mentioned just now. So then you're spending your energy in a positive way. That will reduce your mental stress, anxiety. Even if you have health issues, you'll be able to come out of them. So it will have a positive impact on your overall life. Alright? It is very important, those of you are engaged, those of you are already in a committed relationship or marriage, it is also important to maintain intimate relationship with your partner. That is important. Healthy intimacy with partner. Okay? Developing a sort of spiritual connection with partner. All that is important. Alright? So yeah, now let's move on to what will happen to Libra ascendants or Libra moon. So, because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results you can expect if you are a Libra moon or Libra ascendant? So for you, Sun will transit in Aries in its sign of exaltation in your 7th house. And in your horoscope, Sun is the lord of the 11th house. So in a way, your 11th lord in transit, it is coming to your 7th house. So gains from partner. It's possible. But again, there is a condition. If you have selfless, unconditional, true love for your partner, then you will gain. Otherwise, what will happen? If there is lack of commitment, lack of true love, then there can be ego clashes in the relationship. Because exalted Sun in transit in the 7th house is generally not considered to be very good for relationship, partnership, or even for your life with your partner or spouse. There can be ego clashes. So be careful. So that means there has to be total commitment. There has to be, a spiritual connection with partner. Okay? Then only this transit will give you good results. Otherwise, there will be ego clashes with partner. So you need to be careful. Now, that means 11th Lord is transiting into your 7th house. But it can be good for independent business. You can gain from foreign travel. Or if you're doing some independent business, if you're dealing with people, so your interactions with people, if you're into independent business, trading, so from your business ventures, you can gain. You can gain from travel. Okay? That is an indication. Alright, you must have that confidence, that courage. Okay? So whatever business you're doing, you must do it with confidence, courage, with proper focus, discipline and structure. Then you will gain from your involvement in that business. Maybe because of business you need to travel to a foreign land. So during this period you may get distanced from your partner. And there could be certain problems with partner. They may not like, they may not support you totally. There could be certain clashes with partner. Maybe because of your focus on business. That is also a possibility. But if you have deep-rooted, unconditional spiritual love for your partner, okay, if there is true romantic connection, if you have, what do you mean by spiritual connection? That is when there is no question of ego clash. Why? Because your partner is somebody who gives you true joy. Then there's no problem. Then you will gain from your association with your partner. Otherwise, no, what will happen? There can be ego problems and there can be conflicts. So be careful. Now we will move on to the next ascendant and moon sign. Just give me one moment, friends. I'll be back. Just one moment. Okay, friends. So let's move on to the next ascendant. What results Sun's transit in Aries will give you? If you are a Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon, Alright, so for Scorpio moon or Scorpio ascendant, Sun will transit in Aries in your 6th house. Sun is transiting into Aries. It's sign of exaltation in your 6th house. And Sun is the lord of your 10th house. Alright? So your 10th lord in transit, it is coming into your 6th house. What does that mean? That means in your daily work, in your day-to-day work, in your job, if you maintain structure, routine, discipline, methodicality, then definitely you will you will do well in your profession. In your day-to-day work, whatever job you're doing, or whatever be your field of work, every day you have to think of making progress. Whatever be your career path, whether you're into job, whether you're into business, everyone has to be involved in day-to-day work. And they must keep track of their day-to-day progress, everyday progress. So every day you must get up in the morning with a lot of vigor, energy, enthusiasm, and you must, move ahead with self-confidence, knowledge, and analytical powers. Whatever knowledge you have, whatever analytical skills you have, whatever intuition you have, or skills, or any sort of skills you may have, make use of that in your day-to-day work, so that every day you can make some progress in your career. Then Sun's transit in the 6th house will give you good results. In your day-to-day work, you have to be very disciplined, very structured. You must learn to derive joy from your day-to-day work. Getting joy from your day-to-day work is very important. So that is very important. Making progress every day is very important for your overall career growth. Yes, just a moment, friends. Okay, so Scorpio ascendants, Scorpio moons or Scorpio ascendants may think of a career in the field of law. Alright, it's possible they may think of a career in the service sector. So all these things are possible also during this transit. They may be interested in social service. They may think of also, even getting involved in any kind of work which involves the use of technology or analytical skills, even healing powers, the field of medicine, medical science, healthcare sector. So all these things are possible. Alright, but yes, it can also show that they may it can also show on the flip side that if they are not working hard in a dedicated way, if they are not devoted to their profession, if they are not hardworking, methodical, structured, then they may encounter obstacles in their work life also. Obstacles, problems, they may have all sorts of rivals and enemies who may try to bring them down in their professional life. So they can have professional rivals, so encountering problems in their work life. It can also show that. And some definitely they may have to struggle a lot in their career. So they have to really work hard, and they have to be goal oriented. They have to be very methodical and structured in their approach to work. Otherwise there can be problems. Otherwise they may not be able to succeed in the competition. Alright, so and then they may their rivals, their professional rivals and all, they may get the upper hand. So that is also a possibility. So yeah, all these things we can say about Scorpio ascendants or Scorpio moon. Regularity in work, dedication towards work. If work is connected to healing, occult, if it is connected to technology, healthcare, medicine, even Ayurvedic medicine or any sort of healthcare sector, if it is connected to the field of law or service sector, then they will get good results. Alright? So yeah, all these things about Scorpio ascendants or Scorpio moons. Now let's move on to Sagittarius ascendants or Sagittarius moons. Sagittarius moon. Now because of Sun's transit in Aries, in its sign of exaltation Aries, what results Sagittarius ascendants or Sagittarius moon can experience? Now for you, Sun will transit into your Sagittarius moon or Sagittarius ascendant. Sun will transit into your 5th house. Sun will transit into your 5th house, and in Aries, in its exalted sign, and in your horoscope, definitely Sun is the Lord of the 9th house. The Lord of the 9th house transiting into the 5th house actually. Okay, so it is generally considered to be a good combination. 9th Lord in 5th. Now you may have to shoulder some responsibilities and duties pertaining to your child. Okay, your child may move towards higher education, higher knowledge. It's possible. Then you may develop some sort of spiritual connection with your romantic partner or with your loved one. So in your love relationship, if you're devoted to your partner in the love relationship, then because of that relationship, you can become fortunate also. But you must have spiritual connection with your partner. There must be selfless, unconditional love. So all these things. Now you may also think of travel. You may think of foreign travel, and because of foreign travel you may become fortunate. Because of higher education you can become fortunate. So you should move towards attaining higher education, higher knowledge. Alright, you must follow the path of morality. Very important. Then you will prosper and you can become fortunate. Alright, gaining higher knowledge, higher education, that will enable you to become fortunate. So move towards gaining knowledge, move towards enhancing your skills, knowledge, creativity, and also your intuition. So that will enable you to prosper in life and also to get fortunate. You can also, because of your knowledge, you may also be able to gain name, fame, and recognition. So all these things. Alright, so yeah, so now Sun exalted in the 5th house. So ego clashes may happen with your loved one or with somebody whom you love. Ego clashes if there is lack of commitment in the relationship. Even with your child there may be certain conflicts. Again, if there is no deep rooted selfless love in the relationship, so your child also should have selfless love towards you. Otherwise, you may somehow feel that there are certain conflicts. You may also enter into certain conflicts and you may feel that you are a little distanced from your child. But again, it is after all the 9th Lord. So if your child is moving towards higher knowledge, if your child is also virtuous and have their own set of moral principles, if you have been able to pass on your values and principles to them, then it will be a wonderful connection and you will be dutiful towards them and they will also prosper in life because of higher knowledge. Now let's move on to Capricorn ascendants or Capricorn moon. Because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results Capricorn moon or Capricorn ascendants can get? For you, Sun will transit into your 4th house in Aries in its sign of exaltation. And Sun is the Lord of 8th house. Sun is the lord of 8th house and it will transit into your 4th house. What does that mean? It is generally, it can be a little problematic situation for Capricorn people. Why? Lack of mental peace, some anxiety, some stress that is possible. You may feel restless within your own home. Okay? You may feel like going away from your home. So at times you should, spend time in isolation also, away from your family members, away from the house inmates. Go, distance yourself. Do some meditation, some yoga, do some pranayam or breathing exercise. So that will enable you to gain your calm. That will enable you to gain your composure, and that will give you peace of mind. Breathing exercise and meditation or name chanting. It could be any chanting mantras, whatever enables you to do some meditation. So that will enable you to get some peace of mind. Or if you are moving into occult field, if you are gaining occult knowledge, okay, if you are into psychology, these are good fields. They can enable you to gain peace of mind. Okay, so occult or psychology, or 8th house is the house of also. This house also shows that you are spending a lot of energy, because it is also the house in a way of loss also. So it can show all kinds of loss of energy also. So where you are spending your energy. Okay, so that is important. So spend your energy in meditation, in learning about the occult, or doing some research, investigation, going to the depth of things and getting involved in in-depth study of something in order to gain knowledge. Or spiritual practices, that is why meditation, yoga. So spiritual practices or occult practices, healing practices, they will enable you to gain peace of mind. So all these things. You may also gain peace of mind or even happiness from deep-rooted intimate connection with your partner. So maintaining healthy intimate life with partner is also important. Alright? And also your intimate life with your partner will improve if there is emotional connection, because after all 8th Lord is in the 4th house after all. Sun is the 8th Lord and it is of the horoscope. It is now in transit, it is coming to your 4th house. So 4th house is also the house of emotions, nourishment. So that is very important. If you are caring towards your partner, then your intimate life will improve. If you also are able to, both 8th and 4th, they are part of the moksha trine. So when your relationship with your partner, your intimate relationship is, or your, the life, 8th house can show life with partner, marital life also. So if it is based on sacrifice, if it is based on unconditional love, when you are ready to sacrifice your joy for the sake of your partner. So that sort of selfless love, dedication, and providing each other with nourishment, an emotional connection, that will improve your intimate life with your partner. So all these things we can say about Capricorn ascendants. Now let us move on to Aquarius ascendants or Aquarius moon. Because of Sun's transit in Aries, what results Aquarius moon or Aquarius ascendants can get? Let's find out. Sun will transit in Aries, in its sign of exaltation Aries, in your 3rd house. Okay, Sun will transit into your 3rd house, and Sun is the lord of your 7th house in the horoscope. So 7th lord is coming in transit into the 3rd house in its sign of exaltation. So what can we say? Alright, that means developing a friendly relationship with partner is very important. Friendship, healthy give and take, healthy cooperation, collaboration with partner, traveling, undertaking travel with your partner, even short distance travels. So all that will improve your relationship, doing fun things with your partner. Alright, playing all kinds of maybe games and role playing during intimate moments and all that will improve your relationship. That is having fun, sharing jokes with each other, sharing interests and hobbies with each other, being friends to each other. That's very important. That will bring you closer. And that, even that physical attraction that you have, that chemistry which you have, that compatibility also, that sexual compatibility will improve if you remain friends to each other and if you're ready to be there for each other no matter what, as friends. So that's very important during this period. Doing things together, traveling to places together, all that will improve your relationship. Alright? Now otherwise what will happen? Again, 7th Lord is transiting into the 3rd house. It can also show that you may have to make a lot of efforts in the relationship. Then only your relationship will work. You have to take initiative to connect with your partner, or your partner, 7th Lord after all in the 3rd house. Your partner, if they take initiative to connect with you, you also have to respond to them as a friend. Definitely respond to them positively if they take initiative, whenever they take some initiative to connect with you. Alright, be friends with them, that's important. So, or maybe in the area of relationship, you have to make a lot of efforts. Now is the time to make efforts to connect with your partner, not to give up. Make efforts, that's important. Then your efforts will be rewarded, and because of your efforts to connect with your partner, both of you will come closer and there'll be a healthy bond of friendship between the two of you. Now, undertaking short distance travels because of your independent business. That's very good. Your business partner could be a friend of yours, or could be your younger sibling or cousin, or some close friend or some neighbor. So entering into partnership with a known person. A business partnership, that's also possible. Even you may get attracted to somebody who belongs to your neighborhood or network or social circle. Or maybe you met them on social media. That's also possible during this time. So all these things. And taking initiative in your independent business, making efforts, to do well in your business. So, traveling to different places because of your business, making use of your skills, intelligence, network. So all these, things will help you in your business, in your ventures. Whatever be your field of work, you may be an independent counselor, you may be into any sort of business. Whenever you make use of your intelligence, your knowledge, whenever you make use of your skills, you're going to do well in your business. Alright? So all these things about Aquarius ascendants and moon. Now let's move on finally to Pisces ascendants or Pisces moon. So because of Sun's transit into Aries, what results Pisces moon or Pisces ascendants can expect? Now Sun will transit into Aries, into its sign of exaltation, into your 2nd house. 2nd house of wealth and family and speech and values. 2nd house. Or also of your possessions and resources. 2nd house. Alright? Sun is transiting into that house. It's getting exalted there in transit. And Sun is the Lord of the 6th house. Alright. So Pisces people, Sun is the Lord of the 6th house. So 6th Lord in your horoscope is coming in transit into your 2nd house. So you may have a tendency to take loan. You may think that, okay, I will accumulate some wealth through loan. That I will take some loan and that will enable me to accumulate, some wealth, some money which I need. So for that purpose, you may take loan. Be careful. Alright? Accumulation of money through loan, if taking some loan and getting some money, that is not actually earning money. Okay? That is, you are only borrowing money, which you have to repay. So be careful, Pisces people. And also I would say that some obstacles, sixth lord after all, some obstacles in earning wealth, especially if you have ego clashes with the people you deal with, then there can be obstacles in earning money, obstacles in accumulating wealth. Now you may also feel that you may enter into conflicts with people within the family. You may get distanced from people within the family. There could be ego clashes with people of your family or even your close friends. Some ego clashes with your near and dear ones, and some conflicts you may enter into. It's possible. If not conflicts, at least ego clashes can be there. And you may feel that you're getting distanced from them. It's possible. Alright. So yeah, encountering obstacles in earning wealth. So how will you be able to accumulate wealth? It is only through sheer hard work, through your daily commitment, regular commitment to work. That will enable, whenever you make progress daily and by degrees, by working hard every day on a regular basis, only then you'll be able to accumulate wealth. Alright, so that is the secret. Hard work, that's it. You may gain wealth from service sector. You may gain wealth if you're connected to the field of law. If you're into, healthcare sector. If you're into technology, if you're into the occult. So these fields, healing, if you're into medicine and healing. So these fields will enable you to gain wealth. Alright? If you are somebody who's, dealing with loans, you're a loan agent and you help people to get loans. Alright? And if you're a lawyer, if you're into law, mentioned. So these are fields which will enable you to gain wealth. Alright? So yeah, all these things you have to remember. Pisces people, alright? Daily work, hard work on a regular basis, everyday basis. Alright, making use of your knowledge, making use of your intuition, your analytical powers, your intellectual capabilities will enable you to gain wealth. Alright? So yeah, and but yes, nevertheless, there could be conflicts also. Why? Because sixth lord after all. So yes, there could be conflicts with family, with near and dear ones. So please be careful. Try to avoid ego clashes with them. So that was my take on what will happen to all different 12 ascendants or 12 moons if sun transits into its sign of exaltation, that is Aries. Okay, so sun will transit into a certain house in your horoscope based on your ascendant and also on your moon chart. Look at your moon chart also based on your moon sign. So let me know how much you resonated with whatever I discussed today. So friends, do subscribe to this channel and see you next time. And yeah, if you want personal consultation, you can WhatsApp me. Details are there in the video description. Before I wind up, be kind, compassionate, merciful to all animals, birds and creatures. Try to be a vegetarian. Donate vegetarian food to old age homes, orphanages and care homes that shelter the unprivileged, the physically or mentally challenged. Be charitable to all the weak and downtrodden. See you next time, friends. Take care.